All right, TCF family, join me in congratulating Cody for being September's Member of the Month. Congrats.
Thank you.
Got that one right. So tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
So I'm originally from Denver, Colorado. I grew up in the Denver metro area. If you know what Red Rocks, or the Red Rocks Amphitheater is by there.
Okay.
And then, I mean, just normal played sports. I lived with my dad and my sister.
Mm-hmm.
Big sports are football. I played basketball and I did track
Nice.
all the way through high school. And then I went to college for football for a year and a half. And then I wasn't a big on school.
Okay.
So I got moved back to Colorado because I went to college in Oklahoma. I moved back to Colorado and then worked in the oil field.
Mm-hmm.
And then joined the military, went to the Marine Corps,
Mm-hmm.
and then got out, and then eventually ended my way up here.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, So you were playing football, and is that like? And then was that what you wanted to do? Go to college for, and kind of go further with that, or was that just like something you were doing for fun at the time?
I mean, I didn't honestly, I guess, have a good future plan. I just kind of like rolled with the wave, and
Okay.
that's like all my friends were doing it,
Mm-hmm.
so I did it. And then once you get like college sports is like, the next level. You got to take it like it's like a job almost.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know if I love the sport that much to put that much.
Because you had to like start watching film a lot more and go to all these meetings or
Well,
things
yeah,
like that.
it's just like, morning film, workout, go to class, come back, workout,
Mhm.
practice,
Mhm.
and then I just like to play the game, and it kind of just got to the point where I was like,
Not as fun anymore.
it's not as fun, and I think I was kind of homesick. I was, first time away from home, so.
Because you went to Oklahoma, you said?
Yeah, Oklahoma Panhandle State. It's a little school in Oklahoma.
Okay.
So I think that might have had a toll with it, like looking back on it now.
Mm.
But then I went back home and just started working. And,
Yeah. And then you said you went into the oil fields after that?
Yeah, I worked for Halliburton. I was a frac hand. Just did hydraulic fracturing.
So what does that entail? Because, I mean, I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah, so
at
it's
all.
you pump water with sand down into the oil well, and it fractures the rock, like little fractures like veins,
Okay.
and the sand that you pump in there keeps that fracture open for the oil to come out. So like you pump it, and then they flow it back, and then
Like
they separate the water from the oil, and that's what it's like
Oh.
stimulating the well.
Okay. And so was that in, like, you're out there for like long days?
Yeah, so we'd work 14 to 16 hours, but it's like a shift, so it's 24 hours a day. So you have a day shift and a night shift,
Mm.
and you'd work your 2 weeks of days, and you'd switch to 2 weeks of nights. And,
Yeah.
Year round,
Okay.
24/7.
And so do you do that in North Carolina or?
No, it's not North Carolina.
Yeah.
Definitely not. It's mostly Texas, Colorado, Wyoming, North Dakota, Arizona, or New Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
New Mexico. But they frack for natural gas too.
Okay.
It's just not cost effective right now because natural gas is pretty cheap.
Yeah.
So, or it's usually like old wells. Once they start dying off in production, they'll frack, like re-stimulate it, get some more production out of it.
Okay. So what brought you? So you went from Colorado to Oklahoma, back to Colorado, and then what brought you over to North Carolina?
Well, I went to the Marine Corps
Oh.
after that.
Yeah, all over the place.
Yeah, I've been around a lot. So I went to the Marine Corps, and I got stationed in California and spent, time there. And then when I got out, we moved to Texas. That's where my wife calls home. She lived most there. So we lived there. And then my friends from the Marine Corps moved to North Carolina.
Mm.
And we came out here for his wedding. And then my wife enjoyed North
Trees.
Carolina. Yeah, the trees. And then we went to the beach. We went to Wrightsville Beach.
Okay.
And, she loves the water. And then we just really enjoyed it. And then one night I was working in the oil field in Colorado, and I was like, this is so cold.
Mm-hmm.
Then I came home. I was like, you still want to move to North Carolina? She was like, yes.
Heck yeah.
And then here we are.
History ever since, right?
Yep.
That's awesome, man. And so, like, what was the coolest place that you lived at? I mean, with maybe the Marines or in Texas or anywhere that you really enjoyed.
I mean, every place has its pros and cons. Like
Mhm.
California was like beautiful. It was the same day every day.
Mm-hmm.
65 to 75 degrees. Nothing. It was like the same. It was nice. But California's really busy, and then Texas they're super proud to be Texan. It's cool to live there. They're super proud. Colorado's got the beautiful landscape and the big mountains, and then North Carolina, the people are really nice here. I really like. You actually say hi to people, and they don't like look at you like you're like, what are you doing?
Get two heads or something.
Yeah, and then the trees, it's really green, and it has like everything. You have the mountains, the beach. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah. Well, I remember when you were interested in the gym and checking us out and stuff, you said something about how like there's trees here. I'm like, what do you mean there's trees here? And I mean, I've never really lived anywhere else, and so it was interesting hearing from your perspective how, like you said, everything out there is like grass and
yeah, you can
brown.
see for miles in Colorado.
Yeah.
Like there's trees up in the mountains. There's a lot of trees, but I was out in the plains, in Greeley and stuff. So it's just
as far as I could see, just
pretty
grass,
much, yeah.
essentially.
Yep. And
Wow.
then where I was in Oklahoma, there was no trees either. And like the football coach had a joke. It was like, there's a pretty girl behind every tree. And you're like,
There's no trees.
there's no trees.
You sit there looking around. Where?
Yeah, there's no trees.
That's awesome, man. And so, so you came out to North Carolina only like what, a couple months ago?
No, I came January 1st to 2024.
Okay.
So I've been here a year and a half, a little over
A
a
little
year
over.
and a half.
Okay. Cool. And then any like cool places you've been to NC where you're like, I want to go back there or anything like that?
We regularly go to a lot of the beach. So we've been to Wrightsville Beach. We've been to the Outer Banks. Carolina Beach. It's mostly we go to the beach, and then I went up to the Western North Carolina after the hurricanes to like help out. So that was kind of different because it wasn't like everyone's like, you should have seen this place before the hurricane hit.
Yeah.
So
lot
I'd
more.
like to go back up there now that maybe it's regrown, maybe some vegetation. Doesn't look like a war zone.
Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy. Have you
Yeah.
been to the Shackelford Banks to see the horses out there and everything?
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
we took the little like ferry boat thing out,
Mm-hmm.
and then we saw the horses. We went to Ocracoke Island. I think that's how you say it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. Cool. And then, so you came out to, we were talking a little bit earlier, and you talked about how you like rode bulls for 10 years. And so like, do you still ride bulls now around here, or is that kind of like,
No, yeah. So I started riding bulls after I quit college football.
okay.
I've always had to have something to do, So my buddy that I played Little League football with had like a profile picture on Facebook of him doing it. I was like, oh, let me get into it. So that's how I got into it. So then I rode, and I started getting better. Like it's the first sport that I haven't been like good at. So it was really, I mostly just did it because like I couldn't do it. I wasn't very good when I first started, and I slowly just kept riding throughout the years while I was in the military and all that. And then when I got in the military, I got decently good, and rode every summer and stuff. And then once I had my son, I kind of died down, and then we moved out here, and I rode in a couple rodeos out here. I went down to South Carolina. I think it's Florence, South Carolina.
Okay.
I went down there, and there's like a practice pin in Fayetteville, but it just, I mentally, like having a son now, I couldn't like, the risk reward wasn't, worth it to me anymore. So I haven't been on a bull in a year and a half now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, I guess because the risk is so high.
yeah.
Because you're in there with a crazy animal at that point in time, it's like trying to get you off and everything, doing everything it can.
Yeah.
Right?
So like bull riding's like a sport where like everything can go right. You did everything right, and you can still get hurt. So it's just a matter of time. It's not saying it's like, but it's like most of the time it's like bumps and bruises,
Right.
or like, but it can have the potential of like really altering your life if something bad happens. And I wasn't like riding for hundreds of thousands of dollars. You know, it was like for $500, like that's not really worth just altering my future with my son. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, like, to watch them go out there and hold on for the 8 seconds, and, I mean, they're getting thrown around, like,
Yeah.
I mean, like a rag doll, and it's crazy.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
It was fun, but now I mean, I guess I kind of got scared, honestly. I was like, I don't know.
But you got a lot more going for you, right? I mean,
Yeah.
like you said, you have your son, and you don't want to, like, leave him high and dry sort of thing. You want to be there for him.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
Yeah.
But before, when I was like young, it was really fun.
when it was just me and my wife at the time, and it's like, okay.
Let's do it.
But any crazy stories that you had bull riding?
I mean, I've had some injuries, nothing like too life threatening, but I've torn my AC joint, my shoulder, my meniscus, I've broken ribs,
Wow.
my wrist.
Were all these from like good rides or?
No. So a lot of them are like in the practice pin. They're not like like when you practice, you have to get on bowls at practice.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of them are just at practice for like just bad luck of the draw, or you get stepped on weird, The only one that was like in competition was my knee. So like the bowl was leaving and my foot got caught on the gate and it twisted. So I tore that meniscus. The other ones were like at a practice pin, I'd get thrown. Like my shoulder, I got like sandwiched,
Oh wow.
So like the bull's like hind end hit me against the fence and it just like popped, so my collarbone sticks out to this day, And then my wrist, the bull like stopped.
And so what, you just went like over it?
No, I just stopped. So I went to like untie the rope and then he bucked and my thumb was open and it just broke my wrist and my thumb just from that.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So it's like a lot of like, where you're just like, really?
Yeah. Are you serious?
Yeah. So nothing like too crazy. Like I've been knocked out a couple times, but.
Yeah. I mean, you see those dudes get flung off it and they pop up and they just start walking away or whatever. I'm like, I don't know how you're doing that.
Yeah. Honestly, the ground's tilled up pretty good to where it's kind of soft. It's not. Sometimes the impact will hurt you, but I mean, your adrenaline's going pretty good.
And you don't feel a thing.
Usually you don't. It's
after the fact, you then look at your wrist like, why is this all swollen up and you can't move your arm?
Well, I felt this one right. I was like, that hurts. But like when you get stepped on, it's usually like Then it's like 20 minutes later, you're like, that really hurts now.
Yeah, it's like a bruise that just comes up.
Yeah, really good Charlie horse.
And so you basically been working out since you were 12 for like football and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then working out with the military. You were in the Marines, right?
The Marine Corps, yeah.
Okay, cool. And then after the Marines, did you just get back into lifting again, or?
No, so once I used to lift like pretty heavy when I was playing football. Then when I quit for bull riding, I didn't really lift much because it's more of like balance, and so I try to like stay slim. So I didn't really lift much weights. I just run and do like pull-ups. And then when I got out of the military, I didn't work out at all, really. I just kind of lived life. And then
were you one of the ones that like just let their hair grow out, let the beard grow out, and just let everything go, sort of thing?
I mean, I let my hair grow out, the beard grow out.
Yeah.
I didn't work out much, and then you start like, man, I'm looking kind of a little soft. So I would start running a little bit more, but I never really went back to the gym until when I moved out here. Like when I kind of quit riding bulls, I was like, I need something to do. So I got a Fit for Life membership. Then I would just go to Fit for Life on my lunch break or in the morning, kind of getting back into it. But I was super weak. It was kind of depressing.
You're like, holy crap.
Like a year and a half ago, I couldn't even squat 225. So
wow.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Wow, that's crazy. And then that's cool that like, I mean, you've got all the base in there or whatever, right? So I mean, you had that capability, but I mean, I guess over the years of not lifting at all and then not working at it at all for like the 1 or 2 years that you did that, I mean, that's probably why it went away. But you do have that base of lifting for so long. That's probably why it came back so fast.
Yeah, the muscle memory for sure has came back a lot since I started here.
Yeah, and you've been here for roughly like 5-6 months.
These 6 months will be August 18th. It'll be 6 months.
Nice. Yeah. And then you come to the 5 a.m. class most often?
That's the only class I've been to.
Yeah, that's the only class I'm coming to.
Yeah, no, if I don't get it done in the morning, I don't think I'd show up as consistently,
It's like the work day kind of gets crazy or something like that.
Yeah, you just make excuses like, this happened today. I got to do this instead. So knock it out the first thing.
Yeah, there you go. And I mean, you've been pretty consistent. I mean, pretty much the whole time. You've been here like Monday through Friday, 5 days a week.
Yep.
I mean, there's every now and then you're like, hey guys, I'm going out of town or something like that. You preface it or whatever, and then
so you don't think I died or something.
Yeah, I mean, because you're so consistent. It's like, where's Cody at?
Yeah.
Sort of thing. That's awesome.
No, it's definitely.
And so, what was your biggest challenge prior to joining the TCF family?
Definitely like mobility, from not really like lifting hard or lifting like this, like the Olympic lifts and stuff. The mobility, and just all my joints um, just getting the movement back and the strength. Like I thought I was in pretty good shape, and then I came here and got like smoked the first 2 months. You know, I was like, holy smokes.
Well, and then you're kind of like when like what we were talking about, you have that baseline of fitness, but then it's like once you, like you've lifted and then you've done cardio and then you've done this or whatever, so it's all been segmented, but then once you put it all together, it's like
It's
different.
Yeah, it's a different animal for
Right.
sure.
So like, I mean, like when you lift under a higher heart rate, or you try and do it under intensity, or vice versa, you do some running or whatever, cardio after you do some weights or whatever. I mean, it's all a whole different mixture of things.
Oh yeah, it's definitely I remember like I think the first class, it was a birthday workout, and it was like power cleans at 135, and you're like, you sure you want to do this? And you're like, I was like, it's 135.
Yeah, what are you talking about, man? This is light.
And it was
not light.
It was rough. Very
I'm trying to
rough.
remember whose birthday workout that would have been.
I think it was I'm trying to think, but I remember it was a team workout,
Okay.
and it
I
was
power cleans at 135.
yeah.
I have to go look it up.
I mean, it smoked me for sure. I was like, holy cow, I am not as fit as I thought I was.
And
Very
so,
humbling.
So like, how'd that make you feel? Like the lack of mobility and stuff like that, the lack of movement before you started the gym, was that like you said, kind of just feel out of shape, or?
Yeah, I mean, like playing with my son, like, you know, he's only at a 2-foot level, so like sitting down in his chairs or like getting on the ground, and you could like feel it. Like I think I told you, like sitting cross-legged, like I couldn't sit like cross-legged, like
Yeah.
Indian style,
Uh-huh.
and like now I can, like comfortably.
Which is crazy. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
you would think that you would still be able to.
Yeah, just my
Do
hips. My hips were just.
Well, I remember also when you started, you couldn't even like squat with your feet straight,
Yeah.
right? Because we had talked about you riding bulls and how you're so used to with your toes turned out and your knees
Yeah.
are forward. I'm like, dude, you're gonna hurt your knees if you keep doing that. And
Yeah.
then now you've kind of like fixed
It's
it.
slowly
Yeah.
but surely.
But I mean, I remember it was pretty drastic.
Yeah, I think that's also the mobility thing too. Like I don't think my ankles didn't have the mobility yet to like.
Mm-hmm.
So it was mostly that. Like you could feel it, you know, and I'd twist or something my knee, because I never got my knee fixed, so I still technically have a torn MCL.
Mm.
But like the doctor was like, you're not playing sports, you don't need it to like juke and cut.
Yeah, where you cut side to side.
Yeah, he's like, you really don't need to get it fixed. I don't want to get surgery and cut up, you know. So I was like, all right. So every time I'd twist or something, you could feel it pop. But now, like, my knee feels really sturdy. Like everything feels really good.
Yeah.
I mean, CrossFit's definitely been good for me for sure.
Yeah, it's good, man. And so like just everything all around feels better. You feel like you're able to play with your son better. You're able to just do things in life.
Oh
better.
yeah, for sure. Everything, like, I remember we went to the beach. I think it was like a month ago, and it was it was 4th of July. It was super packed,
Mm-hmm.
and the parking was like, there's a parking spot, but it's far away. It was like a mile. So we parked, and I, you know, carrying all that crap, and then I told my wife just to stay at the beach, and I ran to go get the car. And like, now people are like, oh, let's just go run a mile to go get the car from the parking spot. But
Yeah.
So
Or even carry all that stuff down there. Like
Yeah.
most people shove it into a wagon or something like that.
yeah, carrying a bag and a kid.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, definitely you can feel the benefits from it for sure.
Yeah, man. I mean, so you talked about how your mobility's getting better, strength's getting better, like feeling it just in everyday life and stuff like that, which is awesome. And I mean, any other cool positive impacts that you've seen?
Maybe you just feel good, you know, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And mostly it was just, I mean, from like football and like Marine Corps, I think all around, like right now I'm probably in the best shape, like all around than I've ever have. So
Now you just got to go back to play football, and learn those skills again, and maybe
Yeah,
you
no,
get,
then my
maybe get
knee
into
would
D1
blow.
or something like that,
then
right?
my knee would blow out. No, I don't feel like playing football anymore. This is a good sport to relieve my energy, and it's, you know.
Yeah, and like you said, with the kind of like the bull riding or whatever, it's like, I mean, you kind of have picked up some stuff really good really quickly, but then like there's still those movements that we were talking about earlier, like the wall walks, handstand push-ups that seem to be like, I don't know, just out of reach for you, and it's like challenging you, and
Knock the fire out of me. I'm like, oh. You gotta do these.
or like trying for double unders and things like that, right? I mean, you hit one good day and you're like, oh, I'm great at them, and the next day we do them, you're like, okay, I'm terrible at these now.
Yeah, it's definitely there's so many skills you can't like just keep up with all of them.
Yeah.
So like, it takes a while.
Yeah, and it's cool because it's like keeps you engaged. You're doing different things. You're challenging yourself in different ways instead of just going in and doing the same thing over and over
like
and
chest,
over.
back, buys,
Yeah.
bench
Yeah.
and squat. That's
Yeah.
all we're gonna do. So it's been fun.
Yeah, man. And then, so what would you say to someone that's on the fence about joining?
I would say just do it, and you have nothing to lose. Like if you don't like it, then but do it, and then what you put in is what you get out. Like if you join and like don't come, you're not gonna feel the benefits. So I would say first make the point of I'm gonna come, like you are paying to be here, but it's not gonna be a waste of time
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, and then look at like all the aspects of your health, right? So don't just like work out because like you're talking about what you get in was what you put out. You can come in every single day and work out like crazy and stuff like that, but then if you don't improve your nutrition and you don't improve your water, like all the other small little things, and start moving those in the right direction, I mean that helps you see progress, and that'll also promote you to or push you forward in all the workouts and feel better and everything like that.
Yeah, and also it's like a lot of people go to the gym and you don't know what you're doing, or you're like, oh, I'm gonna do this because you feel like it. Like come in here, like the workout's on the board, like that's what you're gonna do, even if you don't want to do it, which I like because there's a lot of stuff like I wouldn't be doing by myself, and then you just misery loves company, so you're with everybody else suffering, so which is nice, and then you have someone there watching you work out. So like if you're doing something wrong, you'd be like, hey, if you fix that, it'll be better, and you're like, oh, I didn't even realize I was doing that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a lot of benefits to come into classes.
Yeah, man.
I definitely recommend it.
Yeah. Awesome, dude. And so, Cody, thanks again for taking the time to highlight your story with me and for all the people to see and stuff like that. And congrats again for being the member of the month.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
You guys are the bomb.
The bomb diggity.
Yeah, for sure.
That's it.
All right.